Hey there. Well, it's another day, and it's the second half video of the assembly of the trailer. And as I have focused in here, banner, 2 to be exact, made up for me by a friend of mine who's trying to help me out in getting my power play videos out there on YouTube, as you can see there at the bottom. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And moving forward, it's about putting the lights on around the trailer. So I already got started. I have the red one here in the back and the amber going on. And there's one here in the middle, which is 14 feet, another amber one. I have 2 in this front corner, 1 and 2, and I decided to put one up there. I'm not sure what the regulations are with all that, but because I have the extra one, I figured I'm going to put it there. And then on the adjacent side, same thing. So next I'm going to be putting these 2 in on the corners, and then the one in the middle, and the one over here, and then the red one, and then I'm going to hook up the 3 of them in the middle. The 3 lights in the center, they indicate that it's 8 foot wide. And in measuring a truck that already has that, within 12 inches, there's one center-wise, there's one there, and then in the center of the 12, 6 inches, and then at the very end. So in a 12-inch spread, you have 3 lights, and they will be getting drilled and placed in there. As already shown that the tail lights are there, and there is the wiring, and I also got more wiring for this side here, 18 gauge in this box right here, and then I got 3/8 loom. I think there's 100 feet in that box, which I will definitely wrap that wire in. And I got some wire connections, pretty decent ones actually, I think, to where they wrap around the wire, and then you can plug it in so that there's a connection. You don't have to like do the wrap around one wire as you're trying to clip it onto another wire that's in the main rail that you're running. So I think these will work better for me. I'm sure they will. I've used them before. And then I don't have to cut anything. One continuous run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to putting the lights in, drilling 3 holes to get them in place, screw them in, and then once the rest of them in place, I'll show you that they're in place, and move on from there, because I still have the rest of the wiring up in the front end there that has to be done. So until then, stand by. Okay, I said I'd be back when the lights were put in, and they are put in. They're not hooked up yet, but they are in place. Oh yeah, every single one of them, as far as I know. I don't think I need any more. I doubt it, but there they are. I'm sure they're going to shine really bright. They're LEDs. And there's the 3 in the back and the center. Yes, sir. All done. When I come back from having lunch, I'm going to start running the wires and get it all set up. And no doubt we'll have to start with up there. Start at the main control. And once this is in place, all the wires are in there, and I got everything fixed the way I needed it, I will at that point then start with hooking up the lights all the way down and around. So as soon as I have that done, I'll get back with you, but in the meantime, stand by. Okay, I'm back, and I have the wires hooked up here in the control box, and it's looped around, down, and it goes into the trailer on the inside the framing of it. And the additional wire that I put in here out of the 6 that are for the trailer is an auxiliary power, and for the main line coming from the truck it would be black. So the red one, to me in my mind, is power. So I have a heavier gauge wire coming out of that. Not sure exactly where I'm going to run it to, but I do know that I'm going to want, if all possible, to basically put a charge back into the battery. That'll be for the winch, and maybe also the power from the battery will do the lights, the auxiliary lights, like these ones here on both sides, because so far there's only two. I don't know if I'll need more. We'll see. And if I do, most likely they'll end up going down along this rail here somewhere. But for now, I'm going to leave it hooked up to this roll right here and go from there. But as soon as I get some more of this attached wiring done to the rest of the trailer, I will get back with you. So hang tight. Hello, and it's the next day, and as you can see, that light, which is on the left side of the trailer, along with that one there and the other ones that go down the side, right side of the trailer, are all hooked up and working. So even the three in the back, the parking lights, as they're called, on the tail assembly, and I believe this one should be on as well, and it is. I still have left to do this one here in the middle, and the two up front in the corner. Now also I have hooked up, and how I test it is with my motorcycle battery and with the lines here. It's a real treat, I gotta tell you, especially when you're gonna do a different style type taillights. I chose the ones I did because I didn't want the typical octagon ones, you know, with two elements and one bulb being the brake and the blinker and the parking and all that silliness. So it was a little bit more of a treat to hook this stuff up. So how I test it is with the battery, and I have the ground on the white, and then I can just hit each and every one as I'm testing it to make sure that they are working. This yellow one here is for the turn signal, that I remember. This red one here is an auxiliary power that would come from the truck. The green one, which it was just on, is for the parking lights. The brown is the right turn signal, and the red, which would be pink on the other side, would be the left turn signal, and both of these are tied into the brakes, the brake light. So I have the pink one, which would be the red, that should be the left turn signal and brake. So let's go back there and check it out. Yep, there it is. Left turn signal and brake light. See, because I chose these is the reason why this is a little more trickier to do, and that's fine with me. When the brake is applied without the blinker on, the amber light will go on as well for both sides, and my reverse lights are also hooked up. So I don't have them on right now, but as you can see, that's how they operate. So once I'm done hooking up these marker lights, and I'm on track, I'm then going to hook up the blue wire, which is for, right there, blue wire, which is for the electric brakes. And once they're done, then I think that will be it. If I choose to do another one, a longer light bar, it'll be underneath here. But I tested this out last night, and even though there was lights on, for one light, it did pretty decent. So I guess once the trailer stands alone in the dark and both lights are on, then I'll be able to determine whether or not I want to add another one on the bottom. And I don't want to put it on top because once I go to use the compressor I want to set up there, I don't want to be worrying about a light bar in the way. And if I have to get a spare tire out from this area here, this section, I don't want to deal with the light bar being in the way, whether I take it out from the truck side, if it's hooked up, or whatever. So that's that. So I'm going to put you on standby so I can get back at it, and I'm showing my sign again that my friend made for me. Both of them, I got to put eye loops in there, and I will hang them in the background when I'm doing videos. And he's going to make me another one for my windshield on a car when I go to a car show, and maybe that'll inspire people to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, you know, get that ball rolling on the YouTube channel. I need 1,000 subscribers. I thought it was 500, but actually it's 1,000 and 4,000 hours of watch time, which I have. The watch time is getting up there. I do have a lot of likes, quite a bit of likes, which is great. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to put you on standby and let me get back to doing my thing. They're all hooked up and they are working. That's right, all the way around the trailer now, all the lights are working. So I believe now that when it comes to the lighting, the function of the tail lights, everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So next I'm going to hook up the brakes. So when that's said and done, I'll get right back at you. So hang tight. Stand by. Alright, I'm back for the final time when it comes to the assembly of the lights and everything on this trailer. I already posted the first half video. This is the second half, in which now it is complete. I have the emergency brake system set up. There's a couple wires that go from there. One runs into the box, another one runs over, which I have overhead in the loom, and then runs into the box here, which gets hooked up. And then this also has a power source to it, which will come from the auxiliary up in this section right here with the black wire that comes in, and that's all set up. The ground is hooked up, so everything is fine and dandy. All the brakes are hooked up. That's the blue wire right there, and they do work. Checked them all out, applied the 12 volts to it, and right now I put the parking lights on so everyone can see it. It's nice and pretty. I'm sure it'll be bright when it's dark out, but that is the picture of it. Yep. Those are the 3 lights and indicate the width. And here we go down this side here. We don't want to forget about my Power Play Garage YouTube. Absolutely. My boy hooking me up. But here we go. It's all said and done. Ready to get plugged in, hooked up, and ready to rock and roll. Not really sure where I'm hooking these lights up to. I know I'm going to have them on a separate switch. And also the power supply right here going down to it. But that is the case. I do appreciate you all watching. And if you would, give me a like, thumbs up, make a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.